Previously, Nothrum found themselves in a large open cavern. There was a tower in the center of it that was surrounded by a river of lava, with bridges going across it at even intervals and large statues standing to the side of each bridge. As they made their way towards the nearest bridge, Zalar 2.0 noticed a hint of a shimmer going across the center of it. Gwei threw her very, very, very rarely used trident through the shimmer, but nothing happened. While the group discussed what it might be and the best way to get around it, Zero raged and walked right through, taking somewhere around 175 points of damage in the process. Aerith immediately tried to heal him from a distance, only to realize that the shimmering field blocked magic from going across it. Zalar attempted to dispel the barrier, but even with a total roll of 20, nothing happened. Arian tried casting Wall of Force in the center of the barrier, but it jutted through to appear on the other side. Aerith attempted to phase step through the barrier, since it was an inherent ability of hers rather than a spell. She regretted that choice when she immediately took enough damage to go unconscious, and upon rematerializing on the other side, was missing an ear. Although, let's be fair, she was more upset about the ear than the almost dying. Zero quickly went through her things to find a healing potion to feed her. Zalar and Zalar 2.0 sent Hubert and Tubert flying in different directions to see if the barrier was a solid ring around the tower, or if there were any breaks in it. They lost it a few times, but it was difficult to tell whether it was because the barrier stopped in places, or because they simply couldn't see it. At Zero's suggestion, Gwei began attacking the statues to see if breaking them would make a difference when it came to the barrier. It didn't. Then Zalar attempted to use Disintegrate, luckily not killing anyone when it bounced right off the barrier and back at them. Meanwhile, Ceres used her boots of speed and the ridiculousness that comes from being a rogue to sprint around the entire river of lava in about 2 minutes. She confirmed that the barrier was solid and that there weren't any breaks in it. Giving up on finding a way through the barrier without causing damage, the group decided to use Polymorph to turn themselves into huge giant crabs to get through the barrier. That way, their animal form would take most of the damage. Everyone reached the other side safely, giving Aerith and Zero time to take a short rest in the process, and they began investigating the tower in front of them. There was a door leading into it that was locked, and Ceres noticed some runes on it. Zalar and Arian took a look at it before deciding it was probably an alarm of some type, one that Zalar quickly dispelled. Then Ceres picked the lock, which only took a few minutes thanks to her ridiculously high roll of 35, because rogues. As soon as the door was opened, the scent of rotting flesh was everywhere as they found themselves in a spiral staircase. The group could immediately tell that the walls and floor were made of flesh and hair, and they did their best to avoid looking too closely at it. Ceres and Valora slipped up ahead to scout. After 15 minutes or so, they found themselves in front of a door made of bone. They heard the sound of a scuffle on the other side, and they quietly peeked in. They saw 3 skeletons fighting with each other, and more undead further down the hall. Quickly closing the door, they headed back to join the others, who were a bit behind them. The group decided to go for a surprise attack, and Gwei went first. She immediately decimated the 3 skeletons in front of the door and drew the attention of everything else in the room. The group attacked the undead, which included an undead minotaur that may have brought up some unpleasant memories of the Garistro that they'd fought when Ember was first taken. As the last of them fell, the sound of screaming suddenly filled the air, sounding as if it was coming from all around them. And then they heard a terrifying laugh. And that's where we left off.